हेलो एवरीवन, इस वीडियो में मैं आप लोगों के साथ हिंदू लॉ के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स डिस्कस करूंगी जो कि आपकी अपकमिंग एग्जामिनेशन में आपको हेल्प करेगा. लेट्स स्टार्ट. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज क्रुएलिटी फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम वाज डिफाइंड अंडर विच केस? एन आंसर इज रसल वर्सेस रसल 1897. Second question, in which case Supreme Court held that demand for dowry also constitute cruelty? Answer is Shobha Rani versus Madhukar Reddy. Supreme Court laid down the definition of mental cruelty in case of V. Bhagat versus D. Bhagat, 1994 Supreme Court. This point is also very important. Next question. Time period mentioned under section 13B Hindu Marriage Act is mandatory or directory in nature? And the answer is it is directory in nature, which was held in Amardeep Singh versus Harveen Kaur 2017. Section 13B of Hindu Marriage Act deals with divorce with mutual consent. Okay. Section 13A and 13B inserted by 1976 Amendment Act. This point is also very important. Next question. Which one of the following was the first case where Supreme Court made recommendation to make irretrievable breakdown of marriage as a ground for divorce? Answer is Naveen Kohli versus Neelu Kohli, 2006 Supreme Court. In case of Manish Goyal versus Rohini Goyal, 2010 Supreme Court held that divorce on the ground of irretrievable breakdown of marriage could be granted under Article 142 of the Constitution by the Supreme Court. Next question. In which recent case Supreme Court laid down the guidelines regarding the maintenance of wife? And answer is Rajneesh versus Neha, 2020 Supreme Court. This case name is very important. Some points regarding maintenance I have mentioned here, and first point is section 18 Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 provide right of maintenance only to Hindu wife, whether she married before or after the commencement of the act. ठीक है. सेक्शन 18 ऑफ हिंदू अडॉप्शन एंड मेंटेनेंस एक्ट प्रोवाइड मेंटेनेंस राइट ओनली टू हिंदू वाइफ, लेकिन सेक्शन 25 ऑफ हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट प्रोवाइड राइट ऑफ मेंटेनेंस टू बोथ हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ. नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट रिगार्डिंग मेंटेनेंस इज अंडर सेक्शन 18 ऑफ हिंदू अडॉप्शन एंड मेंटेनेंस एक्ट wife entitles to live separately from her husband if her husband is guilty of desertion without reasonable cause. He treats her with cruelty. He is suffering from virulent form of leprosy. He has other living wife. He keeps concubine in the same house. He ceased to be Hindu, or there are other justifying cause to live separately. Okay, she can live separately, but still she will be entitled to claim maintenance under section 18 if these grounds are there for which entitles her to live separately. Next point under section 18 only is wife may be disentitled to live separately and to claim maintenance from her husband if she is unchaste or she ceased to be Hindu. This is also important. Next question. In which of the following case Supreme Court held that performance of Datta Homam is not essential for the validity of adoption under section 11? And answer is Gurudas versus Rasajan, 2006. This case name is very important. Section 11 of Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 contains other conditions which are required for the valid adoption, and under section 11 it mentions that Datta Homam shall not be essential for the validity of adoption. Some important points relating to adoption are section 15 provide adoption is irrevocable, okay, and section 17 provide prohibition of payment and other reward in consideration of adoption, and violation of such condition will make the person liable for imprisonment of 6 months or fine or both. So this 6 month is important point. Such prosecution will be initiated on previous sanction of the state government. Okay, ये point याद रखिएगा. This can be asked. 7th question. In which case Supreme Court raised a presumption in favor of Hindu undivided family that it will be presumed to be joined in food, worship and estate? And answer is Rukhma Bai versus Lakshmi Narayan. This case name is also very important. In which case Supreme Court recently held that Karta can sell compulsory property for legal necessity or for benefit of the estate. And answer is Arshnur Singh versus Harpal Kaur, 2020 Supreme Court. Very important case name. And leading case on this point is Bal Mukund versus Kamlavati 1964 Supreme Court, in which Supreme Court held that if alienation of the joint family property by the Karta was not for the legal necessity or benefit of the state, then it will be voidable at the instance of other co-partners. Ninth question, which one is the leading case of divorce on the ground of desertion? An answer is Bipin Chandra versus Prabhavati 1957. Supreme Court, any element of animus dicerendi must be there. Animus dicerendi must be there. Intentional element must be there in case of desertion. 10th question, in which case Supreme Court held that in absence of any rule of Hindu law, the court can decide the cases on the principle of equity, justice and good conscience? An answer is Gurunath versus Kamlabai 1951 Supreme Court. Last question is, in which case Supreme Court held that marriage before the dismissal of appeal against divorce decree will be valid due to the purposive construction? And answer is Anurag Mittal versus Mittal 2018 Supreme Court. Section 15 हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट प्रोवाइड व्हेन डाइवोर्स पर्सन मे मैरी अगेन. ये क्वेश्चन पहले भी पूछा गया है एग्जाम में. व्हेन देर इज़ नो राइट ऑफ अपील अगेंस्ट डिक्री, और इफ देर इज़ राइट ऑफ अपील दैन इफ द टाइम फॉर द अपील इज़ एक्सपायर्ड, और इफ द अपील was preferred but it has been dismissed. So this was all about Hindu law. I hope you will find this video helpful. Like this video. Thanks for watching.